Peace and love, beautiful people. Peace and love. I'm always going to tell y'all, get in your word. Get in your word. It is truly transformational. Get in your word. It saddens me. So many people won't get in the Bible. So many people won't actually come to Jesus. So many people don't believe in God. Not because of anything that God or Jesus or the Bible teaches, but because of what the people who's supposed to be out here being ambassadors of the heavenly realms have falsely interpreted. We have people out here thinking that they're doing the will of God, and look, I was a victim. When I first came on my journey and I was understanding some things and realizing like, wow, I'm loved like this. Wow, I have power like this. Wow, there's a kingdom that's waiting where I'm never going to have to feel hurt, sadness, grief, shame, any of those things that we go through here on this earth. There's a kingdom waiting for us that we're going to just be happy and joyful all the days of our lives. And all I got to do is love and praise one God. Do the work. You got to do the work. You got to understand that God is our source. He is our creator. He is our Abba. Everything else in this world is a resource. But then we also got to understand, and this is the things that I've been learning since being on this journey. When God says all things work together, all things work together. Not a little bit, not just this, not just that. All things work together, the good, the bad. We have to have contrast to have these brilliant ideas that we come up with. What is contrast? Negative things that happen in the world, negative people. We need these things to build up the good. Well, let's just say we need these things to water the seeds that we're going to produce to be the better people in the world. How can I explain this in a better way? How do you produce more patience if you don't have someone around you that's going to, rattle your feathers? You need those people. So it's so easy for people to think like, well, why such a loving God have Satan around? Satan's doing his job. And from the ways of the world, he's doing his job pretty well. We, as the co-creators, we, as the people that God has given authority and domain over this living earth, we are supposed to be doing our jobs. And when we do our jobs, man, the things that we can create in my wilderness seasons, the things that I'm creating, the things that God is showing me, first of all, we got to get out the mind frame that blessings is just materialistic things, because I'm telling you, God is going to bless you inwardly before he bless you outwardly. And I mean, it all really depends on your situation. So I can't say that he won't do both at the same time, but make no mistakes about it. More of your blessings going to come inwardly than outwardly, because when you fix your inward parts, the way you think, the way that you forgive, the messages that are going on in this world is just, when your eyes and your ears are open and your heart is no longer a coconut shell heart, you really start seeing some things. You really start seeing the bitterness in people that mask as power. It's not power. You're bitter. It's not wisdom. You're arrogant. And we gotta see these things, and you can't do that. Okay, self-help books are cool, but again, it's another resource. Going to therapy is cool, but again, it's another resource. And we were created to be connected to the vine, and Jesus says, apart from the vine, you will wither. This is why you're always feeling lonely. This is why you're always feeling on edge. This is why you think you need to buy a pack of cigarettes a day. This is why you think you need to be in a club every weekend. This is why you think you need to go to the liquor store and get liquor every day. This is why you think you need to pop pills. Like, it's just a void that's trying to be filled, because you need to be connected to the vine. And when you get messages like this and they're like, oh, that's just a bunch of lies. But how many people that actually say it's a bunch of lies have actually sat and did the spiritual principles? There's a method to it. You don't just open the Bible and just, I'm just going to read this and see what it's all about. No, it's a like, you get up in the morning, you got to brush your teeth, you got to wash your face. Some people shower in the morning, some people shower at night. You have a process. You do a routine. before you get to wherever you're going. And it's the same thing with the Bible. You can't just get into this beautiful, spiritual, holy filled word and just think you're just going to get it like that. No, you got to pray first. I mean, look, there's so much that I can tell you, but it won't resonate if you've never experienced it. And it's not my job, and which I had to learn. It's not my job to force you to understand. It's not my job to force you to read the word. It's not my job to force you to understand that this world is so spiritual and God is real and Jesus is saving and the Holy Spirit is a actual him and not a it. My job is to be an ambassador, to tell you the things that I know, the things that he has done for me. My job is to introduce you to Jesus. And Jesus says, come and see. Come and see. And when you actually come and see with the intentions of really coming to see, because remember in John chapter 1, I can't remember which verse, but when the disciples, well, they weren't disciples at first, they were just regular people. They was like, where are you going, Rabbi? And he said, what do you want? And he wasn't saying that in a way like, back up off me. He wanted to know, what was your intentions and wanting to follow me? Because if you're following Jesus with the wrong intentions, you're not going to understand what needs to be understood. You're not going to break free from what you need to break free from because you have wrong intentions. If you're just following Jesus because you heard about these blessings and you think, oh, I'm going to follow him and it's going to be blessings, blessings, blessings. No, you have to do the work. You have to serve when you don't want to serve. You have to bite your tongue when you don't want to bite your tongue. You have to forgive people who has no intention of even knowing what they did wrong to you. Like, they don't care that they did you wrong. They don't care that they were talking about you. They don't care that they misunderstood you. They had their feelings and they did what they did. And what does Jesus say? Forgive them anyway. Because you are a witness to my glory. You are to imitate me. And the best way that I can stick to that, because there's plenty of people in my life and I'm like, Lord, you don't see? You don't see? And you want me to what, Lord? You want me to just you want me to be a doormat? And like, I don't want you to be a doormat. I don't want you to be a doormat, but I do want you to lead with love. A lot of the stuff in this world that's happening, if we choose wisdom, if we choose love, if we choose to just stop, breathe, ask the Holy Spirit to give us the kingdom way to handle certain situations, we can have such a better world. But again, the world is programmed the way that it's programmed because God tells us Satan is the God of this world. The things that are happening in this world, when we don't take our power that God has given us and use it, the world's going to look more worse than it looks good because we're not doing our jobs. Jesus says, as the Father sent me, I send you. So that means the same way that God sent Jesus onto this earth to show us that we have the power to heal, to cast out demons, to love, to forgive. Jesus says, I now send you. You also have that same authority. And we look at casting out demons as, how the movies make it look like, exorcist and demon out. Like, no. It's as simple as helping somebody think better. It's as simple as helping somebody love themselves for who they are and not who the world conditioned them to think they got to be. Things can be so simple. But first, individually, we have to get our hearts uncoconutted. And what do I mean when I say uncoconutted? We have been hurt. We have been through trauma. We have made mistakes based off our trauma. So now we have guilt. We have shame. We have so much going on in our inner turmoil that the battle of the mind just constantly goes on loop. But so we got to get our insides, our heart and our mind together. We got to learn how to use our tongue to bless people. We got to learn when people don't even heed what we're saying to them. Don't be angry. Go pray for them. And at first it's hard, but your mind knows how to make a different pathway. That's called neuroplasticity. That's when your brain makes new patterns from what it was used to doing. And the more you do these things, the more it becomes easier. So you have to train yourself every day. I choose peace. Every day I choose to love myself. Every day I choose to give grace to that person. Every day I choose Yahweh and not my way. And that means you got to be in your word. Just do it for yourself. Don't listen to what nobody else say about how it should be done. Just go in the word. And I promise you, Jesus is going to lead you. Peace and be love, y'all. Peace and be love. Get in your word.